Just look at that. That is absolutely amazing. That is Yorkshire puddings made with no fresh ingredients whatsoever. There you go, you can do it. We are going on there with some onion gravy. Come on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a world first. A world first, you haven't seen this before. Not on the internet. Somebody might say they do it. Well, there you go. In here, I have egg powder. In here, I have milk powder. And I've got flour and salt. We're making Yorkshire puddings. Not one fresh ingredient here. Why is this important? Well, times are changing. You know, egg powder is properly stored 2 years. Milk powder a year. So, you know, you could get your supplies in and you could live. Okay, let's show you how it's done. Egg powder in there, milk powder in there. Now this is warm water. We want warm water to rehydrate the egg. We're going to give that a little stir in, break it up. You have to leave that 5 minutes. Milk powder, just normal water. We're making milk. Whisking to dissolve. Now, I will add that this is full fat or whatever, cream milk powder. There we go, we've got milk. So we're just going to let that rest till this has had 5 minutes. Okay, you can see that's thickening up nicely. Our flour, salt, like you would normally with Yorkshire puddings. Right, what we're going to do is add the milk. We're going to add the egg mixture. Of course we are. And we're going to whisk it all in to form a batter. There you go. We are going to let that just sit there for about 30 to 60 minutes. Now, as you can see in here, you've still got little bits of flour. You don't worry about it. You don't have to keep stirring and all the rest of it. It's going to rehydrate in there, okay? So just leave it on the side. Well, you cover it if you want. I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to probably leave it for about 45 minutes. Okay, because it wants to be between 30 and 60 minutes. I found 45 minutes works just fine. So 45 minutes, next stage. Okay, there's our batter mix. I'm going to just put that in a jug. Now, it's not very good jug this, but it should pour okay. Right, let's get that in there. Okay, so we just want to put about a tablespoon. We just want to put about a teaspoon of oil in it, in our selected tray. You can put it in whatever you want, you know. If you've got little cupcake tins, they're fine. Whatever you use for Yorkshire puddings. And if you've never made them before, well, here you go. About a teaspoon of oil in every one of those. And I'm using a teaspoon so you can see. Okay, there's our oil in there. Nice and steady. We're going to whack that in the oven. That's going to go in the oven, and we're going to heat this through. And we're not having it screaming hot. Okay, just heat it through a couple of minutes. Nice and steady. And then we're just going to put our mix in there. Now I'm going to make quite a few little Yorkshire puddings here, I reckon. This is a small muffin tin, small cake tin. Well, you know, there you go. Oh no. We'll probably get about another 4 after this, I reckon. That's all. Okay, let's get that back in there. And fingers crossed. Hopefully, fingers crossed, they're in there for about 25 minutes. Okay, I think we're going to get those out of there, and I can see now they look a bit misshapen, but you know, oh, wow. I'm just going to do a sneaky one as well. I'm just going to put a bit of oil in there, in this big one, instead of making small ones. I'm going to see if we can get a biggish one out of there. Just put that into warm up while we look at these. So we got just a little bit in there, look. Well, they might be misshapen, but you know, I'll take that any day of the week, made from powdered egg and powdered milk. Look at that on there. Look at those. Look in there. Oh yes, I mean they're steaming, as you can see. Wow, that was hot. Look at that. Look in there, from powder. So I think that is pretty sensational for powder. Oh, any day. Turn them all around. Nobody will have a clue. You know, I think a bigger tin where these didn't rise up so quickly, because that tin's so small actually we've been using. This is a little bun tin. If we'd have put it in muffin tins, they would have been in there deeper. That would have held it together as it comes up. These have just come up and burst open. You know, there's nothing holding them together. It's so small. I love it. I absolutely love it from powder. You know, it just shows powdered egg, powdered milk. We brought it back together with water, and look at that. Come on, let's get that out of there. We don't need to be cooking forever. In there with the rest of that mix. And back in the oven. So we got a slightly deeper side on that pan. Let's see what happens. Well, I think that's good enough. Come on, look at that thing. That is nearly a fantastic version of a big Yorkshire pudding. Look at that. That is sensational. It's puffed up. I think what we're finding is that the water and egg mixture is all water, so it's coming up crispier than it would if you were using milk and eggs. But that is sensational. You know, I'd stick my dinner in that without a worry. Look at that. Get that on there. Just look at that. Now, it's still warm, but it's softening up, look. Look at that. That is just like a Yorkshire pudding with a crispy top. That is, I would take that any day of the week, knowing it's not with fresh produce. Wow. Just look at that. That is absolutely amazing. That is Yorkshire puddings made with no fresh ingredients whatsoever. There you go, you can do it. We are going on there with some onion gravy. Come on. Come on, we're here. We've proved it. We've proved you can make Yorkshire puddings with powdered ingredients. Oh man. It tastes just like Yorkshire pudding. That is absolutely, I mean, come on, look at those. Little bit of a crust on there, but they are so soft like Yorkshire puddings. They are so soft. Oh, you know, for no fresh ingredients, this is superb. You're going to get some people going, no, no. But if you haven't got fresh ingredients, you can only have egg powder, milk powder. You can make Yorkshire puddings. You can make toad in the hole. Cook your sausages, put your batter around. You've got toad in the hole. No fresh ingredients. That is 100% good egg powder. Whole milk powder, but it's mixed with water. Now, by mixing it with water, in my opinion, it gives it a crispier top than you know, like it would do if you're using fresh ingredients, but it's still soft. Now, what's it taste like with some mustard? I've got to do my mustard. Let's get some Coleman's on here. Come on. Oh, now we're talking. That is delicious. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. I am going to sit and stuff my face. This is outstanding. You know, you imagine your dinner in there. You've got your dinner in there. So you've got a big Yorkshire with your dinner in. No fresh ingredients. Come on. Oh. That is ridiculously good. That is absolutely superb. There's no word of a lie. That is incredible. Incredible from dry ingredients. There you go. If you go camping, you go live in the forest, whatever you do, you can enjoy Yorkshire puddings anywhere. So there you are. That's a brand new recipe. I haven't seen it anywhere before. Powdered egg, powdered milk, mixed with water, Yorkshire puddings. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make Yorkshire puddings out of powdered ingredients. Now don't forget, powdered egg lasts for 2 years. You know, an egg probably lasts for a week. So you've got 2 years on powdered egg. You've got a year on powdered milk. So you can have your little supplies stored correctly, vacuum sealed if you can. They are going to last. You've got your emergency rations, and I'm not saying emergency rations are all going, you know, it's going to kick off anywhere, but you've got your rations if you can't get the fresh. Come on, you can still do a dinner. Oh, if you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. This is off the charts. I am absolutely made up. Unbelievable.